Shout out to Justice for All for sending me this story. And this is basically an update. I'm going to be completely honest. I forgot all about this witch, but now it's all coming back to me. And in case y'all don't know or don't remember who she is, this is Renee Bach. She is the woman that went over to Africa who was from VA and was basically supposed to be this doctor administering this medicine to these kids. I believe it was in Uganda. And it turns out that none of the so-called medicine that she was administering was working. Instead, she was giving them pseudo meds that was actually making them sicker. And in some cases, I believe some of her quote unquote patients actually died. Well, the story ended up going viral. She ended up coming back to the States. I don't know how they allowed her to even leave the country, let alone the continent, and to come back here to, I guess, seek some kind of an asylum until they were basically able to arrest her finally and bring up on charges. Well, now the update is that her trial is coming up soon, but it was supposed to happen at some point, but then they pushed it back for like a month, as they usually do. So the story reads, the Bedford County woman who was sued after plaintiffs say she posed as a doctor in Uganda could participate in court-mandated mediation as soon as February 18th. Renee Bach, the founder of a nonprofit focused on ending malnutrition, is being sued for allegedly operating a medical facility without a license, which court documents said led to the deaths of hundreds of children. The nonprofit Serving His Children, led by Bach, provided care to what plaintiffs called unsuspecting vulnerable children. They claim she unlawfully practiced medicine and hundreds of children died as a result. Bach's lawyers will appear before the judge on January 21st to give an update to her court-mandated mediation efforts. The mediation meetings have been delayed, first because there was evidence that the lawyers filing the case were not licensed to practice law in Uganda, and then because the mediator was indisposed. The new mediation date is February 18th. Under Uganda law, the judge won't look at the case until all mediation meetings are done. Bach's lawyers say that Serving His Children's work has continued without interruption, claiming that in 2019, the group provided nutritional assessments to 26,808 children. They also claim that Uganda's government continues to support the works of Serving His Children. Well, if that is true, then they are some fools. Especially since they know that this woman was running an illegal scam and are still allowing the work to actually still be there, even after they had proof that this woman was poisoning and killing them children. And 26,808, that's a high number. That's a pretty sized population for a county or a state, depending on how big the county or the state is. But yeah, this is exactly why places over in the continent are starting to not allow a certain element to go over there to do these kinds of things, because it seems like every time they go over there, they bring some kind of medicine that doesn't work, or they go over there and they rape the kids. And that's one that's like way up there. And that's why many of them are not allowing them to adopt kids anymore. It's between those three things, because they have a feeling that the kids aren't safe there. But if it is true that they're still practicing the stuff over there in Uganda from what she has done, then they are some fools. And they need to have that operation shut down immediately. But I guess because they feel like she hasn't been formally charged or had her day in court, they'll still keep it open. Let's not forget, this woman fled their country to come back here when she knew she got caught. That was her admittance of guilt right there. Her admission of guilt, I'm sorry. But you can just look at her and just tell that something is off about her. Sometimes it's all in the face. But this is the update right now. I guess this is one I'm going to be following until, it's all resolved, I guess. If it ever gets resolved. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and have your notifications turned on. I will talk to you in the next one.